Good afternoon, Feet to Faith. Good afternoon. I always say I'm going to tag people. Let's tag some people. All right. I'm going to tag, and then we going to get started, y'all. I am pumped today. I am in my office and trying to get as much done as possible. And on my to-do list was coming on here and chatting 2023 things with you guys. I cannot even believe. Okay. That is enough. That is enough, Amber. I'm just going to tag everybody. I wish I could. Okay. We are going to chat 2023 things and how you can strategically crush the new year in your business. So I'm going to wait and see if anybody hops on. If not, this will be able to access on Feet to Faith, and I will upload this to YouTube as well. So if you're watching live, hi, thanks for being on. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. So excited to chat with you guys this afternoon. This has been a whirlwind of a year. It has been a learning year for me and my business. It has been a learning year for me in my life, becoming a mama and figuring out how to navigate being a business owner, being a mom, being a stay-at-home mom, being a work-at-home mom. It's been all the things. So if you guys are on, again, hi. And I'll get started in about a minute. I do have some notes. Zane is on the floor playing. Don't know how long that's going to last. But y'all just bear with me. So, good morning. Hi, Katie. I'm so excited for a clean house. My office is not so clean right now. It's on my to-do list. Hey. But Christmas is put away, and I'm pumped. So, fresh beginnings. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, hello. I cannot even believe that another year has come and gone. I feel like this year went really, really quick. And I feel like I just prepped for 2022. So if you are on here and you're feeling the exact same way, I am here and I feel it as well. Hey, Jackie. So, first thing, I came up with an acronym. If you guys do not know, if you're newer to Feet to Faith, if you are watching this on YouTube and you don't really know, I was a special education teacher for 8 years, did Scentsy. So let's see, I started teaching in 2013. I started Scentsy in 2016, and I was able to walk away from special education, teaching in August of 2021, because of Scentsy, and do Scentsy full time. I got pregnant 2 weeks later with my son. God is so good. But I have been there. I have been in the building season of my business while working full time. So I want you guys to know that I'm right there with you. If you are not at home doing Scentsy full time yet, if that's something that you want to do, just stick with it. Keep doing the hard things. It doesn't get easier, but it does get, you get more into a rhythm the more that you do it. Can't wait to put away Christmas. Girl, my husband, the 26th, he had it all, he had it all going. So I didn't have a choice. The hardest part was switching out all the warmers. Okay, so how to crush 2023. The whole point of me saying that, I was a teacher for 8 years. So my teacher brain, I love doing acronyms. I love taking notes. I love writing stuff down, having quotes in my face, having visuals. I'm a very visual person. But I did an acronym for make a plan. So plan, P stands, you okay? You silly boy. P stands for prepare, okay? You have to prepare for this new year. Preparing before the new year comes is what I really like to do. I'm going to talk about how I do that. L, you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to learn. You have to learn new things to implement into a new year to get you going in the way that you want to do, the way you want to go. Okay, so P, prepare. L, learn. A, you have to assess and analyze your business from the year prior. Okay, you have to assess and analyze. Scentsy has on Workstation, there is a bar report. Okay, so if you go on Workstation, I'll talk a little bit more about this. If you go on Workstation and you go underneath, this was not on my notes, but this is something very important. Hey, Alex. So go on Workstation, go underneath your reporting tab, go under, I think it's underneath there. Yes. Workstation, reporting tab, go to the bottom, I think. Hold on, y'all. No. Workstation, view all reporting. That's what you need to do. Workstation, view, so Workstation, reporting, view all reporting, click on that. You're going to click on view sales reports and you're going to go to the business analysis report. Okay, this is called the bar report right here. And if you click on this, it is a very, very detailed list of how your year went, how your prior years have gone with Scentsy, and it breaks everything down for you. Okay, I'm not going to pull mine up because it has a lot of personal information on there. But I highly recommend you pulling that up, you looking at it, you analyzing it. Okay, so you assessing and analyze. That is the A of plan. Okay, so P, you're preparing. L, you're learning new things on how to have a great upcoming year. A, you're assessing and you're analyzing. I would do that with the bar report. And N, you're figuring out how to navigate a new year. You're figuring out what didn't work, what did work, what do you want to roll over into a new year, what do you maybe want to tweak a little bit that didn't work. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that with you guys this afternoon. So let me write bar report so I don't forget that. Okay. So how do I go into a brand new year? Okay, so first thing I do is I make sure that my office is decluttered, okay? I got a brand new LaserJet printer for Christmas. Really excited about that. So I have that all set up. One of my close family friends, Barb Robertson, she is on in Feed to Faith, but she helped me clean up my office. My closet is finally cleaned up. I have more organization systems going on, but I make sure that my stuff is ready to go for a brand new year, okay? Because I want to hit the ground running because a fresh start is coming. We do not start the brand new catalog on January 1st, but in my head, January 1st is the start of the brand new year. I want my business to be ready to go, okay? Another thing that I do, I make sure that my flyers, everything's ready to go. Okay, I look through my business supplies. I look through and I make sure, okay, are my flyers ready to go? I put thank you so much flyers in all of my packages, whether they are in person, whether they are Happy Mail. I put information for Scentsy Club. Okay, I make sure that I'm going through my stuff that I'm doing packaging with. Okay, so what do my bags look like? Do I need to order more bags? Do I need to order more poly mailers? What do I need for my business? Okay. I also look through my supplies. Okay. I do not keep stock on hand, but what I do keep on hand, because I put them in customer orders, scent circles. I make sure that if I need to order scent circles, that I do. I look at my bulbs because my customers know that I have bulbs on hand for them. I look at cotton cleanups because my customers love those. I like to throw those into Happy Mail and into orders sometimes. And I also look at what I have on hand to sample. Okay, so I looked at my samples. I keep them. Let me show you guys. I have to bulk sample, and I will be talking about that. But I look at what I have as far as samples go, okay? And I see, okay, well, I already did scent of the month for January. I'm good to go. I already did Valentine's Day for January. I'm good to go with that. I started doing bring back my bars, okay? So I look at what I need to do. I look down here and I'm like, okay, soak is getting really low. I'm good on washer whiffs. I'm completely out of Counter Clean and Scentsy Fresh. So what I did with my last order I put in, I made sure that I ordered more Fresh and more Counter Clean so that I can sample that out. If you are not intentionally sampling that stuff out to your customers to expand their product use, I highly recommend starting to do that in the new year. Your customers don't know about that. You know, they can look at your story or they can look at your emails, they can look at your VIP page, but they don't really know about a product unless they're using it. So for example, I just had an order come in last night. It was a newer customer from last month. You're okay. She ordered 3 of the smaller washer lifts, okay? When I texted her to say thank you so much for your order, she said, girl, I loved, and this is what I did. I get these off of Amazon. I had sent her washer lifts of Fluffy Fleece. She absolutely loved them, so she ordered herself a thing of the Fluffy Fleece. She ordered, that is peeling off. Oh, it still works. She ordered Fluffy Fleece, Lavender Cotton, and Palm Beach Breeze, okay? So make sure you're doing that. So make sure your office is good to go before you really dive into anything so you can have a fresh start, okay? All right, so for me, I posted, I think it was last week, about picking a word. This is something that I've done over the past couple of years. I pick a word that I want to kind of cover my year. Hi, Desi. I want it to navigate my year. I want it to help me stay grounded throughout the year. So it's kind of a theme for my year. So 2 years ago, I think is when I started doing it. 2 years ago, my word was go. And it was so, wait, 2 years ago. It is 2022. 2021, my word was go, okay? That is the year that I did a lot of changes in my life. I walked away from teaching for Scentsy. So that word that I prayed on before 2021 started followed me through what was going to happen through my year, okay? This year, my word was intentional, okay? Was my year very intentional? Not all the time. But I did the best that I could do with intentionally working my business, with having a son in May and getting through the rest of my year, okay? My word for this upcoming year is be, okay? It is be. Be as in be still, be patient, be consistent, be simple, be, okay? So I prayed on that. I was looking at some different, I believe I shared the article that I was looking at. But you can look online for a bunch of different examples. But whatever you want to really drive your year, I highly recommend picking a word. Where'd your passy go? I don't know where I went. If you guys have a child that just makes passies disappear, I don't know where it is, baby. So, B is my word, B-E, literally B. Highly recommend picking a word, making it in your face, background on your phone, wall in your office, wherever it's going to be in your face. Another thing that I do to stay focused throughout the new year, I make a goal and a vision board, okay? A goal and a vision board. I sit down with my husband. This past year was the first time that I did that, and I write down not only my business goals, I write down our personal family goals on there. So, for example, this has been in my face. You guys can see I just do this on a Google Doc. 2022 intentional, okay? And I had everything else written on there. Now, I can look at that and I can say, wow, a lot of stuff didn't happen, but a lot of stuff did happen that I had on my board, okay? Was I very consistent in my business? I was, but it was a year of a lot of change in my life, so some things didn't happen. I'm giving myself grace with that. I can simply move them into the next year. So I figure out what it is that I want to accomplish in my business, okay? Whether that is, you know, growing my front line more. If I want to hit a certain sales goal each month, I want to increase my Scentsy Clubbers. So for example, on here, I had Build Up Scentsy Club. I wanted 40 subscriptions a month, and I wrote on there that my current was 21. I didn't hit 40, but I did hit 32, okay? So in my mind, I increased that by 11. That is plenty of growth for me. I know where I need to move forward, and I need to continue to have that as a goal of mine to increase my Scentsy Club subscriptions. On here, I had 4,000 PRV minimum monthly. That was a very scary goal for me because I was not pushing myself that much with parties. And I can tell you guys, I think 10 out of 12 months of the year, I hit that goal. So annual sales, annual mentor, increasing the active frontline, different things that I had on there. And then my life goals, for me and Anthony, I had on there as well. So they were in my face. And then at the top, I had the year 2022 and I had my word. So I had what it is that you want to achieve. Now in the past, I don't know what your stuff is. In the past, I have done a vision board where it has been pictures. If you are a picture person, then by all means do that. I'll show you guys an example of that. So pictures, this was mine from 2019, okay? You guys can see on here, I had, this is crazy to look at, star director. I was a director at the time, SSD now, so just to show you how powerful these are. I had a picture of me with I had a picture of a person with a little child, and look at me. This was in 2019. I had a picture of a house. We were able to buy our house in 2020. I had should, would, could, did. I had another quote. I live by some quotes. I have a boat. We don't have a boat yet, but it's not a necessity in our life. We have some other things that we want to do. And I had a picture of me and Anthony to remind myself that I wanted to stop earning just for me for incentive trips, and I wanted to earn for him as well, which I did accomplish, but we took buyouts those years because of the C word. So, highly recommend a goal and vision board, okay? The biggest tip is you need to make sure you have systems in place, okay? With the assessing and analyzing, looking at that bar report, looking at how you are navigating your business, you need to see if your systems worked, okay? If you didn't have systems, period, and you're flying by the seat of your pants, this would be a great time to dig in to some different systems and see if they work, okay? See if they, see what works best for you, okay? Desi says hi. She said hi, handsome Scentsy baby boy. So you need to figure out for systems, okay? So for systems, I highly recommend having a system in place for PRV, for sponsoring, for leadership if you are a lead and above. You have to figure out how you're working your business, okay? If you're a paper pencil person, I'm a paper pencil person. I have never really done that well with technology, with systems. So something I started last year, and you guys can see what it looks like. I've done trainings on this. The file is in Feed to Faith. It's the one-to-one, 3 legs, what did I call it? Where is it? 3 legs monthly list. I have hosts, teamies, teamy focus, Scentsy Club, and mystery boxes, okay? So I have every single month written, torn up, that all of my stuff is in one place, okay? So for the new year, I have already printed off 12 of these, so I'm ready to go for the new year, okay? I write who my hosts are on here, who am I talking to about joining, who am I focused on with my teamies, Scentsy Club that's running, and I do mystery boxes every single month, so I put what I planned on there, who got them, all of that. Barb says hi. Say hi. I really wish I knew where your passy was. Okay, so systems in place. You're figuring out what works best for you. What works best for me might not work best for you. If you really enjoy doing stuff in a planner, by all means do that if it keeps you focused. For me, another system that I do, I have a dry erase calendar back here, okay? dry erase calendar back here. I write out my month. In the bottom part over here, I write down different important dates. This works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. Another system that we're putting into our family life to show you how much I am a list person. I'm a calendar person. I ordered a dry erase board calendar for our fridge. Okay. One of my personal goals is to cook dinner more often and have those planned out. Okay. Just to show you the power of having something in your face. That's going to be in my face every single time I go to the fridge. So yeah, same thing for your systems in your business. If you do not have systems, listen to me. You have to have some type of system. It doesn't have to be something fancy. It doesn't have to be anything like that. You guys already know too that I have the Monday through Friday, what I do every single day of the week. In my business, I'm going to be revamping that a little bit because it looks a little different. I work when I can with this little one, which oftentimes is when he's napping, because you guys can see. Oftentimes when he's napping, when Anthony gets home from work, or when Barb comes over to help me. So it looks a little different, but when you have systems in place and you know what it is that you need to get done, whether you're looking at a sticky note, you're looking at the note section of your phone, as long as you're doing the consistent things and the things that matter, that's where the magic happens in this business, okay? So PRV, are you partying? Do you know how to book parties? Do you know who to reach out to book parties, okay? If you don't know where to start, look at your workstation, look at your order history, reach out to the people who have ordered from you since August, okay? That's what I just did. And I mass texted with Hit 'em Up, and I'll be talking about that. I mass texted every single person who has ordered from me since August, letting them know about the January double host rewards. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go on your workstation news tab. That information's on there. And asking them if they wanted free and double half offs in January. Okay, I've already booked 2 parties from that. So systems in place. Who are you talking to about joining the join opportunity? Do you have a dream team list? Do you have a list that you go to and you say, wow, they're my best customers. They would be a really good consultant. Wow, they would really be blessed by the extra income that Scentsy can provide. Okay. Your clubbers, do you have a mental list, a list written down? I keep mine like this. Okay. Who are my best customers? Who needs to have a club subscription? Who orders from me enough that if they're not joining my team, they, to get paid off their own orders, they need to be getting, 10% off, half off items. They need to be getting spoiled by me from club. Okay. So systems in place. Also, if you are a lead and above, do you know how to figure out who you're working with? To identify who it is that you want to work with to help them get to the next level, to help them reach their goals, okay? Systems. So next thing, invest in your business, okay? Last year I invested in Canva. Highly recommend you use Canva. Play around with it. It takes some time to get used to, but Canva is a wonderful, wonderful app. It can be an app on your phone, or you can log in on the computer. It's much easier on a computer, but you can do it on your phone, on the app. Make graphics. You can make anything on there. There's a free version, or there's a professional version. I started with the professional version last year. It is a tax write-off, but I make everything I use to make it look like me, to match my business. On Canva. Stamps.com is something I already use as well. Stamps.com, so I don't have to go to the post office. I send out a lot of happy mail because a lot of my business is online now. But Stamps.com is something that is an investment for my business. It is a tax write-off. I weigh out my happy mail and I can send it straight from my house for a pickup from the mail lady, or I can drop it off to the post office. Something I just invested in is Hit 'em Up, okay? I did a post about that last night. Hit 'em Up is a mass text app. There is a free trial, but you have to have a subscription after that. It's fantastic. I've already used it 3 times since I subscribed to it last night. I have used it for the Venka Leo fundraiser that we're doing. I've done it for booking parties, and I did it for my Scentsy Club people. Highly recommend looking into that. Copying and pasting and doing all that while having one hand wasn't working for me. It wasn't practical and it wasn't easy. I want simple. I want easy to do when I have him crying, throwing up, whatever he's doing, cranky. I can do it really, really quick. Okay. How to crush 2023. This goes along with investing in things to help with your business. Keeping it simple. Keeping things simple. Do not make it complicated, because if it's complicated, it's not duplicatable. You can't teach it to people. And if it's not simple, you're not going to stick with it. Okay? When you're picking systems and you're doing things like that, it does take some time to see the outcome. Okay? So when I say pick a system, if you don't have a system, I'm not saying pick a system and then tomorrow decide that it doesn't work for you. You need to work with that system for a couple of weeks. It takes 21 days to form a habit. See if it works for you, but make sure it's simple. It's something that you can do very easily. If it is a system that is not grab and go, like I can pick this up and I can see exactly who I need to talk to, then that's going to be a system you probably don't want to go for. Okay. If you have a system that's on Google Drive, however you work it, in your notes section, that's very easy. It's at the tips of your fingers all the time. Okay. But keep it simple and keep it consistent across the board with the things that matter in this business. The things that matter in this business is partying, because you're partying and you're expanding your customer base. You're expanding your customer base to get new hosts. You're expanding your customer base to get new clubbers. You're expanding your customer base to get new teamies. Okay. So that is that with how to crush 2023 with my top tips. So make a plan. P, you're prepared. You're preparing. L, you're learning. A, you're assessing and you're analyzing. And N, you're figuring out how to navigate the new year. Okay. If you guys have any questions about any of that, let me know, but I am going to put in a couple more things for you guys. So today's the 29th. We have until the 31st to sign up for World Tour. Okay. We have not had in-person events or an in-person world tour in a few years because of the C word that shut the world down. Okay. World Tour is a smaller version of Scentsy Family Reunion. It is in different places throughout the United States, and it is crucial to your business if you want to find success in this business. Okay. Leaders are born at events. Events change everything. They change your view on what Scentsy is. If you have never been to an in-person event, I'm going to challenge you. Invest in your business. If you've been a part of this business and you've still, you just don't know, go to World Tour. Go to World Tour. It sparks a new fire in you. And it really it shows you how amazing this company is. It reminds you of why you're with this company, being around like-minded people, hearing different trainings from different leaders, seeing the products on hand. Fellowship is my biggest thing. Being with that community is everything for me. So highly recommend. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to your workstation, go underneath the events tab, and it'll say upcoming events. I'll show you guys. I will be in Raleigh on February 11th. It is all right there. Okay. Highly recommend. I cannot recommend enough. And I may or may not have something up my sleeve that you have to be signed up for World Tour to be a part of in January for the new year. So, like I said, you guys have until the end of the 31st. Go ahead and do it. If you've been on the fence, do it. Okay? Do it scared. You guys know that I say that all the time. Do it scared. Pick one that's closest to you. A lot of us will be in Raleigh, but that's because it's an hour and a half away. But there's some all over the United States. We also have team and group t-shirts. I have that link that is in the group page through Expertise. The last day to order those is January 11th, so you do have one more pay period. If you wanted to get those, they're not mandatory, but we're going to be wearing those at World Tour. But they say on them, don't let your dreams be dreams and do it scared. Hashtag do it scared at the bottom, and then it has everybody, director and above, team names on the back. It also says Scentsy because Expertise is now a licensed Scentsy vendor, which is awesome. Last but not least, we have a Thank a LEO fundraiser going on right now. This is something that Miranda Stevens and Kayla Coleman and I got together and decided that we wanted to do to give back. We started it, I think, yesterday, going through January, okay? Horry County, Miranda has a friend that she knows in Horry County, so we decided to go with Horry County, which is Myrtle Beach area, which is right on the border of Brunswick County where I live. And we have different car kits, so I highly recommend looking at that, sharing that with your customers. I started sharing last night and already have 8 kits. Okay, there's all different price points. Ask them if they want to pick the scents or you pick the scents. Just a good way to give back in the new year to our law enforcement officers. So with that being said, I'm gonna get this nuggie. We're gonna go somewhere, okay? We're gonna do something. We're gonna find a passy. I hope you guys have an amazing day. This month is not over yet. But I highly recommend going ahead and setting up your life, your business, your house for an amazing start to a 2023. I love you guys so very much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.